Learning foreign languages burns fat, lets us earn an average an extra $100,000 over a lifespan, and gives an opportunity to become a homemade Sherlock. And you or your acquaintances still think that languages are just for traveling? Raise your hand if yes. Many hands, I presume. Once I was a substitute teacher of English for little kids, and before the start of the lesson, I've asked them about the purpose of learning foreign languages, especially English, for what do they need that in their life. And I was completely shocked when they answered as a choir, if you go to England, you need to talk in English, to travel. And I, as a person who learns 5 foreign languages, took that personally. I understood that even at such young age, they are convinced that languages are only for this. To be more precise, they were assured by society, teachers, and their parents. And they think that if they don't go to England, they don't need English as well. Yes, these are little kids, but when they grow older, nothing changes. So what are the true reasons to learn foreign languages? Let's get the ball rolling then. Firstly, it's vital for your health. According to an analysis of 63 studies conducted by researchers at Washington State University, bilingual people exercise increased attentional control, better working memory, better symbolic and abstract representation skills. Why is it so? It is because allowing messages to travel fast and efficiently across the nerve network and to the brain. It trains your brain and it's easier for it to do any task. Thomas Beck of University of Edinburgh School of Philosophy, Psychology and Language Sciences claimed bilingualism makes people to switch from one language to another, so while they inhibit one language, they have activate another one to communicate. This switching offers practically constant brain training that can be even a factor in helping stroke patients to recover. The next one. It trains your memory. You can tell, man, thousands of people live with memory as stories a fish has, and that's totally okay. Haha, I will answer. Alzheimer's is laughing as well. The third one. Learning foreign languages makes your brain work harder. It turns on your creativity. If you forget a word in this language, and it produces new connections between cells. What to say about words and even entire phrases that don't exist in other languages? Bright example, the French phrase je brille par mon absence, which means to be noticeably absent from somewhere, to draw attention to itself by being absent. To understand it, accept and translate it, the brain has to put in a lot of effort. The next one. Learning foreign languages burns calories. Not everybody knows, but not the muscles, but the brain is the main consumer of energy in the form of calories in the human's body. So the person, while talking and learning foreign languages, increases the consumption of calories several times, and while in contact with the native speaker, even more. Therefore, learning and talking foreign languages lets us optimize the energetic balance of the human body, of the organism, and prevents spare kilos. In that precise moment, not does only the inside of brain metabolism happens, but all their organs optimize their work for processing calories into different needed compounds and substances needed for brain work and work of hearing and speech apparatus. Translators of foreign languages, especially those who work in a mutual way of translation, after doing work within translation, could observe that feeling hungry or decline of forces appears. It is due to increasing and acceleration of metabolism in the human body because of rapidly increasing of brain activity. It also helps you sound clearer and more beautiful. Your articulation becomes better due to different pronunciation. You know, every other language is the work of other muscles. After my first Polish lesson, my mouth hurted so much. It is due to different groups of muscles that we use for this or that language. If you mix them, your language will be impressively clear and beautiful in any language you talk. And right now we are moving to different opportunities that foreign languages give you. Firstly, it gives you better work and study opportunities. If you know English, for example, you can enter Oxford, Hogwarts. Then, knowledge of foreign languages make you richer, as mentally as materially. Firstly, you get a wider range of work and can choose that one that suits you the best. Secondly, according to Salary.com, bilingual workers make from 5 to 20% more per hour than monolingual employees, depending on the field and the language, of course. That means that people with language skills can earn anywhere from an extra $67,000 to $128,000 over a lifespan. And the third one, every fifth job requires the knowledge of foreign languages. And right now we're moving to some capturing and interesting privileges and benefits from foreign languages. This is extremely interesting. What if I tell you that Chinese has tones and ma, ma are different words that mean mom, fever, horse, and to scold. That's impressive. Or in Italian, there is such a nice word that is pronounced as bo, that means either I don't know or get away from me. Comfortable? Especially when you answer to math lesson. And all these processes of relativization and borrowing some words and even entire phrases from other languages. Do you know that Spanish consists of 8% of Arabic because of the process of Reconquista? Mind-blowing, isn't it? Here we get one more argument. Language means history and the culture. Homie Sherlocks, that's your turn. Language is one of the many things that identify a person. Just remind yourself on such a great book of George Bernard Shaw as Pygmalion, whereas the man could identify even the street where the person lives just because of their accent. That is not a fairy tale, that's real life. Every language differs because of the region where it is spoken. For example, German has 16 dialects, and because of them you can identify the motherland of any person. Then, foreign languages make you understand which fact is true. If you know only one language, you can read sites in the original only if it is your mother tongue. Just let's check one interesting fact. Everybody knows Kazimir Malevich and his world-known work of art, The Black Square. He's an Ukrainian Polish artist because he was born in Kyiv to an ethnic Polish family. Spanish Wikipedia states it too, and Russians signs him to Russian. Therefore, foreign languages is your weapon to defeat fakes. Foreign languages are also true socialization. To learn some language, you have a tutor. To practice it, you talk to people, and it is the real socialization. People need people. Simple as that. It's a social phenomenon as well. Why is it so? To look from a broad historical perspective, we are made like that to survive. Doubtless it was easier to get food, fire, and to fight in the groups in the Stone Age. Right now we tend to unite into groups too. We have empathy and love. It helps us to go on. I know that it seems to me that I go a little bit mad when I don't hang out with people for a long time. And scientists have proved that it's vital for our health to have strong connections with other people. It can lower the risk of dementia, heart disease, cancer, word of depression, suicide, as well as boost our immune system. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. People give you new emotions, feelings, like experiences, and they are those precise things that make you feel alive. After that, we move to the very last one. Every other language gives you a different worldview. The more you get, the more you can see different situations from diverse perspectives and solve problems creatively and effectively. In every language you're another. I have the same with me. For example, in French I'm more conscious. I'm ready to go and fight for equal rules, ecology and other things like that. The person even changes their voice in order to speak another language, not just to imitate the accent, but the tone, speed and accents in the speech change as well. And here is some good news. Learning any language is an entire process. Sky is never a limit. Why is it so? Because language is not just a bunch of illogical rules. It's an organism that always changes and develops. Some words become archaisms and are no longer used, and some neologisms take place and can make you get a little bit confused. That's a real beauty, that's a miracle that needs our observation. Still think that languages are just for traveling? Right now, open your phone, download any app for learning foreign languages and get a tutor for yourself. I'm not kidding. I'm watching you. Keep calm, learn languages, and remember the quote of Nelson Mandela. If you talk to a man in language he understands, it goes to his head. If you talk to him in his language, it goes to his heart.